So, I decided to construct a sort of hit piece on the man versus bear debate because I've been seeing a bunch of arguments on TikTok and I'm absolutely sick of this stupid fucking trend. So I'm gonna go ahead and debunk all the retarded feminist arguments about why you would pick a bear over a man. So in case you don't know, the whole trend is basically about one simple question. If you were a woman alone in the woods, would you rather pick a man to accompany you or a bear? And you'd be surprised to hear that most women pick a bear. Now, I didn't think I'd have to explain how fucking stupid this answer is, but apparently I do. So the argument that these feminists make, feminists by the way, because I haven't seen one regular woman that has a brain up here say that they'd rather be with a bear, a wild bear in the woods over a man. The arguments that these feminists make are as follows. I've heard a few. So I've heard, at least I know the bear's intentions. Let's dissect this. Yes, you do know the bear's intentions. It is to rip out your internal organs and eat you alive as you scream in agony. That's the bear's intentions. Great. And also, I'd argue that you also know the man's intentions, or at least that you think you know if you're so scared of him. Because if you didn't know the man's intentions, then you wouldn't be scared of being in the woods with him alone. Now, the problem with that is that you have a bad perception of a man's intentions. Not every man looks at a woman and thinks, I want to sexually assault her. Any man with a level head and some sense of honor and responsibility and masculinity thinks the absolute opposite. He thinks, I would protect this woman. I would defend this woman at all costs. So for some woman to come along and say that every single man is a rapist and that given the chance alone in the woods with a girl, he would commit sexual offense towards her is first of all stupid, second of all sexist, and third of all completely untrue. Another argument I've heard is that a bear will at least leave you alone if you pass out. Now, I challenge you to this. I want you to go on a random gore site, I don't really know where they are, and search up bear attack. And I want you to realize that if you were passed out on the fucking floor with a bear on top of you, he would attack you. And he would kill you and he would eat you. And it would be really fucking painful. I don't know where women got this idea that a bear will stop attacking you if you suddenly pass out, but it's not true. A bear will be delighted to find out that you're putting up no fight to eat and kill you. The next argument that I hear a lot, the worst thing a bear can do is kill me. Well, you'd be wrong again, because before killing you, that bear would tear you limb from limb, and that would obviously be an extremely slow and painful death. And by the way, we forget that bears are wild animals. And wild animals, as we've seen in the animal kingdom, also commit rape. When a bear looks at a female bear and wants to have kids, because that is their instinct, they don't ask them politely. They get on top of them and start fucking. And that's what we consider rape. So bears also rape. Now, something I've realized is that for some reason, they paint this argument in the wrong light. The argument is, would you rather pick a man or a bear? But some women are making it seem like the question is, would you rather pick Ted Bundy or Winnie the Pooh? None of those are the case. A random man doesn't mean a rapist. And a bear means a bear. It doesn't mean a bear that you've seen in Disney, a bear that, Paddington, he just likes jelly, he'll protect me. Beauty and the Beast. No, it's a bear. Most likely, not even most likely, for sure, if you're face to face with a bear and you're alone with the bear, he's gonna fucking kill you. And then we get to the point of generalization. The whole argument that they have against men is that all men commit sexual abuse. All men rape. Because obviously, right? What man wouldn't rape a girl if he was in the woods alone? What? 99.9% of men are masculine enough and are responsible enough and honorable enough to not commit sexual abuse on a woman. The idea that any random man walking by, given the chance, would rape a woman is completely untrue. And it's generalized. Because yeah, there's been murderers that were women, right? Does that mean that all women are murderers? No. Most divorces are caused by women. Does that mean that all women are homewreckers? No. When you generalize something, you get an unrealistic view of the whole population, or in our case, the gender. As a man myself, it's super offensive. Because for any woman to think that just because a crazy psychopath raped and killed a girl, that I am gonna do that is psycho. I've never done, nor will I ever do, any crime against any woman. And listen, by no means am I defending rapists. I think rapists should get a life sentence. I think that is one of the worst crimes you can commit, especially against women, because obviously men are stronger. If you want to debate about that, you're stupid. Men are stronger. So I think we should protect women, 1000%. What I don't think is that all men would rape a girl. This debate is completely sexist. And I know no man ever talks about sexism, because as soon as we talk about sexist, it's always the man's fault, right? But what is the definition of sexist? Let me search it up right here, just so you can see, and I can get it right. Okay, sexism: prejudice, stereotyping, or discrimination, typically against women, on the basis of sex. Even Google's against this. So it's prejudice and stereotyping on the basis of sex. That is exactly what this whole debate is doing. It is stereotyping that just because some men rape and some men commit sexual assault and commit heinous acts, that all men are rapists. That's sexist. There's also a big double standard around this, because I bet you that if any man ever tried to create a trend bashing women the way that they're bashing men on these little TikTok videos, he would get immediate backlash. He would be banned, canceled, everything. He would be fucked for life. But as soon as a woman does it to men, nobody cares. And everybody hops on the train to say, all men are terrible, fuck all men. Yeah, well, if men are so bad and bears are better, next time you want your sink fixed, go call a fucking bear. Don't call a man and say, I need my sink fixed. Call the bear, boop, 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 calling the bear. Say, hey, can you come fix my sink? And he'll just roar at you, rah! And when he comes to your house, he'll rip you limb from limb. Have your sink fixed. Next time you want to call the police because someone shot at you or someone's annoying you, call a bear. Don't call a man, because that male police officer might just rape you. Just call a bear instead, because he'll kill both of you. This trend is so dangerous to young women. I don't think that the women that are saying this understand. And by the way, for some odd reason, must be coincidence, most women picking the bear all look the same. Blue-haired, you know the rest. Zeke Zims. Which, by the way, a lot of people picking the bear aren't even women. They're guys who think they're women. Just because you inject hormones in you doesn't mean that you can say you'd pick a bear over a man, because you are a fucking man, so shut up. But anyways, it's very dangerous to young women to have this trend stuck in their minds and on replay and on replay on TikTok. Because a lot of 14, 15-year-old girls are on TikTok a lot. And if they're constantly seeing that the male gender is so heinous and completely dangerous and worse than a bear, once they go outside, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to be in complete and utter fear every time they see a man. And personally, I have no daughters. I'm only 17. But once I do have daughters, I would hate for them to walk around the world thinking that every man, given the chance, would rape them or commit sexual assault towards them, because that's just simply not true. There are a bunch of honorable, respectable men out there that don't appreciate that image of them. And for the losers in the comment sections of these debates that are men saying, yeah, I agree with you guys. I'm so sorry that you guys have to go through that. Shut the fuck up. You just want pussy, and you know it. Because obviously, no one here is condoning rape. No one here is condoning that some men rape and that's okay. But for you to side with them and say, yeah, all men suck. I suck. You know, I'm the good one, though. It's just so slimy of you. Because you're too scared to speak out like I am about the bullshit that this trend is. You'd rather get some validation from some feminists saying, oh, wow, you're such a good guy. You're not like the rest of them. When you probably are the worst fucking ones. Stop seeking validation. Stop trying to get pussy with that. And realize that this argument is stupid. And if we don't defend it and if we don't put an end to it, it can turn out very, very bad. Anyways, that's the rant on the man versus bear debate. I want to know all the thoughts that you guys have, good or bad. And we can debate in the comments. See you.